Hello. So let's do a reading for today. See what the message is today. The day is kind of interesting. Every day is interesting, but I don't know. Today is kind of interesting. All right. Ooh, Spirit Guardian of Summer Expansion. Number 37. Ooh, no. I thought it was just one. I think one more, maybe, from this deck. $47. I'm keeping it because of like the 10 the 10 difference. 37, 47. I like how those numbers how it worked out. Feels right. Okay, expansion and love. Wild Rose Fairy. Okay. Expansion and love. The little bird. Love birds. And then that's a peach tree. So peaches. Now the song that's playing in my head is just a Bieber song. I get my peaches out in Georgia. Yep, that song. I am playing music for myself. The song playing right now is In My Head by Ariana Grande. Sounded like I was saying that. It is playing in my head, I guess. I saw your potential without seeing credentials. Maybe that's the issue. That's what she's saying right now. Can't hold that shit against you. Guess I did it to myself. That's what she said. Okay, all right. I don't know how this ties into this. That was kind of like that's a little bitter of a, not bitter. She's not bitter. She's just being honest. It was all in her head. Sometimes the expectations that we placed upon situations, people, I don't know, environments in general, end up clouding our judgment about it, whether that be that our judgment was correct or our judgment was incorrect about said situation, person, whatever it might be. I don't know why that's what I want to talk about, but okay, let's see. Expansion. Okay, I'm gonna get a card from the unicorn. I wanted to start with this deck for some reason, but then I was like, no, let me do things the right way. So I started with the other one. Let's see what the unicorn deck. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're taking that one. Freedom. Live wild and free. Choose your freedom. Claim your independence. Wow. The imagery is beautiful. And she's flying too. And she's flying. And there's a bird in the other card. Very, okay. Let's do the tarot. I want to see what else comes up for this. I'm not, I'm understanding, but what is the expansion about? Because it almost feels like 3 different things coming in. I just saw 444 in the timer. It doesn't feel like it has to, like one is connected to the other, but at the same time they are. I don't know how to explain that. Like what I mean is like the expansion that's coming in and the freedom that's coming in is not about love, right? Or vice versa. Like the freedom that's coming in is not about love. The expansion is not about love, but love is still here, right? So it's like they don't have to do anything with each other. They're not connected in the sense that one leads to another, but they are connected because they're all like coming together at the same time. Yeah, I mean, with the two of wands, you've chosen, I think you've chosen, you've made a choice, and now you're waiting for them to arrive, and they're coming. It's pretty fast. This is the fastest moving night in tarot, the Knight of Swords. Red bottoms. Also, I always found it really interesting. I don't know if it is showing up. In the bottom of his shoes, he has ones and zeros. The arrow makes me think of Sagittarius, even though this is not fire energy. This is, but that one's not really fire energy. Now we have two pages, the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. With the birds, you know, there's the birds again. Okay. It's like you have all of these ideas floating around, right? But you're definitely grounding one. I think, yeah, with this falling under this one, it's you choose one to ground, and then once you do, obviously you keep the rest, but whatever you chose heads your way pretty fast. Hold on a sec. Let me shuffle my music for a second. I like this song. Mi Amigo by Kings of Leon. Sorry, I gotta write that because I'll forget. Okay, let's see. It is so interesting because now the tarot is not even connecting to that. I'm like, is this a different message? Feels like it is, but it's not at the same time. What is this about? Like, what does that mean? I think that's the message within itself. Like, you just gotta, you expect love, expansion, and freedom to flow into your life. But you're not even, I don't think you're doing much. You're waiting, yeah, with the Six of Pentacles, you're waiting for that reciprocation. I think you've realized that you put in the work, and partly your work was actually figuring out the way you wanted. Yeah, it was very confusing with the Nine of Swords. Part of your work was actually stepping away from like the cloudiness, right? And making a choice. And once you make that choice, right? Here comes the light. Here comes the reciprocation. Here comes the, okay, you chose this. Here we go. It's coming in now. It's materializing. It's time for you to receive. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Now that's making me think of this card, obviously. But with the Knight, you know, here's the Knight of Swords, and here are you, I guess, or it could be vice versa. I'm just seeing it like this because I identify with this energy because I'm a Capricorn. So I'm like, okay, that's me, I guess. But she's also just like very relaxed. There's not much she's worried about, honestly. Peaceful. This card was at the bottom of the deck when I was getting ready, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's like it's like a little flowers. I thought it was like oh my god, what is it? Japanese blossom, but I don't think it looks like that, but they're beautiful. Okay. And the birds, this, oh my God, you have to listen to this song. This song, I can't say the lyrics that I want to say, but I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out. There, it's where he says a really bad word. Bad word. He says, yeah, he says a word. It's a little shocking, but okay. Let's see. I wish I would have done this on camera because I just flipped this over. That was the lovers. Okay, I just want one more card to tie this in for me. I just saw 1101, 111. Yeah, there's a lot of like synchronicities today for sure. Feels like one of those days. The card yesterday was growth with toadstool, which is a mushrooms. Those mushrooms are here in the background. That's one of them. That's another one. 37, 47. The energy of today, I wrote that down. Yeah, the energy of today is the number 10, which, boils down to 1. If you're going to expand on something, you got to start somewhere, right? 2 pages, making a choice. All right. And succeeding in this choice that you've made. Wow. Death and rebirth. Yeah. A new start, new beginning. I'm not going to cloud myself anymore. I think that's the message for sure. It's definitely like a new beginning, and it's a entirely life encapsulating when it comes to change. Obviously, you can't expand in one end of your life and not the others. It happens all together. Like it happens. I don't know. I'm gonna move these over here. I don't know how I'm gonna keep them now, but okay. Just do this. Okay. Let's see kind of the advices or what goes along with this message. The song I Like It by Cardi B and Bunny and J Balvin is playing right now. All right. For some reason, I just thought I saw the word freedom. The word freedom, but no. I don't think this deck has the word freedom as one of the cards. All right. One more card. Ooh, that's interesting. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. That's a good way to look at it. With envy. I think it is such a good message in the sense of it shifts your perspective on. I love this deck because it's called the Soul's Journey. I'm gonna read it because I think more is gonna come through. But I love this deck because it shifts your perspective, especially about very negative emotions or things that people will consider negative. Like I can see totally, like if you're in a very gloomy, shitty place in your life and you look around and maybe you start comparing your life to others, how it would naturally just come up for you to be envious. But this transmutes that energy, which I think is a beautiful thing. It literally, it's like a healing action, right? Where, okay, envy, I can feel that. Why? Because I feel like whatever I do, I can't get ahead in other people. It looks easy to them, but it's not. I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges, you know? All right, envy. Let's see what it says. And I just have to point out, because again, the numbers thing today, I don't know why I'm so focused on numbers today. 37, right? It's the first card. This is on page 38, which is after 37. Okay? So just, all right. To be jealous of the soul path of another is to doubt your ability to judge what is best for you. It is human nature to covet and perceive luxuries of someone on a different journey, right? But to try to emulate him or her is not being true to your own guidance. You have chosen this life and these circumstances for a reason. By discarding and following in the footsteps of another, you're only setting yourself up for confusion and disappointment. Interesting. If you don't follow your own path, you would have to reincarnate in an attempt to learn your original lesson again. Interesting. Be authentic to your inner voice because only you know what is your best interest. Okay. That's interesting. That's really interesting because it's kind of asking, right, to not view what someone else, what you think free, that someone else has freedom, to not view it as that's what you need to be free. Not view what others have in the love of their life, kind of thing, like in their love life, as something that if you don't have that, then you're not loving or being loved or in a good space when it comes to that. And also, your expansion is not going to look the same as everybody else's because your path is not the same as anybody else's. I think we are in groups and collectives, but even within that, our journeys are not going to be 100%. When you, like, even like tarot readings, whenever I see like a tarot reading on YouTube or like on TikTok and I resonate with part of it, I usually don't, not everything applies to me. Very, very rare. That is so rare where someone is literally reading you for filth, because most of the time a little bit would apply to you and then the rest is more of like maybe a lesson you've already learned, but that means it's part of your collective, but someone's in a different step, you know? But then we all get to those steps in a completely different way. It's not like a set, like first you have this and then you have this, and then it's not like that at all. Like, at all. Okay, let's do some runes. I think I'm just gonna do two. Um, I did two yesterday and it felt like the right thing. Okay. One or two? Because now I'm like, one or two? Two. All right. the song playing because I was mumbling it. Ambiente by J Balvin. Again with the today is like a Spanish song kind of day for some reason. I mean, I love reggaeton, but it's usually kind of weird for the songs to be like that when the reading was so like freaking serious towards the end. But okay, we're lining the mood, I guess. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let me take out all of my clear quartz because I think I want to do something with the clear quartz. Okay. Maybe I like this. I'm gonna put the gray ring here because I know that this is the rune for Odin. And gray makes me think of Odin for some reason. I actually got that ring, like in honor of him, kind of thing. And I would wear it, but I haven't worn it in a while. I cannot because I don't want it to break, which is a silly reason. But if it breaks, it breaks. Ooh, I was trying to focus and that thing totally like. How? What an interesting. Oh look, this little baby's fell out. What an interesting. I guess it wants to be here. What an interesting reading, right? What an interesting roller coaster. I almost feel like I still have questions. I still have questions, especially on the love department. I'm gonna read from the book about that one because it's kind of like out of left field, but it's not. But it is. It feels like it. I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't. Okay, here it is. All right, all right. Love is all around you. Open your heart to receive. Okay, this is. Okay, that makes sense now. The Six of Pentacles. Open your heart to receive. Even though we don't have any cups in the mix of the tarot, but okay. So it says, in matters of romance, there is healing right now. Okay. Healing is has occurred. Healing is occurring. Healing will occur. So that's the expansion and the freedom. I think you're expanding and being more free in the sense when it comes to love in general. It doesn't have to be romantic. So it says, you are profoundly, deeply loved, cherished, and adored. Be open to allowing the Creator to solve your challenges in wondrous ways. Okay. Trust that everything is unfolding generously and perfectly in your life. The opposite of fear is love. Allow fear to dissolve as love expands. So 37 and 47. That is 77 plus 7 is 84. 84. Definitely ties into this page 84. Ties into the envy card. My mom used to say a truly happy person is one who can enjoy the scenery of it on a detour. So whatever path you think you was laid out for you, or was your path, that probably kind of looked like someone else's, and I think it's time to see the beauty in your journey and how unique it is. It's kind of what this is telling me as well, like seeing, enjoying the scenery on a detour. And this is not because this came out, but I am that kind of person. When I get lost, I honestly, and I don't know when I started doing that. Maybe I've always done it, but probably when I started driving, but like being conscious that I enjoy like being lost a little bit, because it's okay. Like you learn more. Like for me, whenever I get lost when I'm driving, going somewhere, I like it because I look around and I notice what street I'm on, where I went wrong. Like I go back, I feel more comfortable in that neighborhood or that space or that whatever. When I go back to it, like, does that make sense? I'm sure there's other people like that. So this is a beautiful like tie-in kind of thing. Wow, it all makes sense to me now. Not all of it. I just burped like a as a not all of it. I'm still conflicted about some stuff, but it makes sense. It makes sense in this, in the grand scheme of things. And you don't have to dissect everything. I feel like, I don't know why I feel like dissecting and making sure I really have, I've gotten the marrow of the message, if that makes sense. But you don't, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to, but it definitely has to make sense to you, right? It has to make sense to you. It has to come, let it come from a place of love and wanting to expand and evolve in your life. And expect nothing but amazing things, basically. That is the only job that we have. We just gotta expect really amazing stuff. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow.